Candace Owens recently ignited a global uproar when she revived and amplified a sensational claim that French First Lady Brigitte Macron was born male and assumed a false identity. Through her Becoming Brigitte podcast series and social media channels, a claim widely denounced as baseless and defamatory yet which quickly went viral, prompting outrage from journalists, legal experts, and audiences across the political spectrum. Today, Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron have filed a detailed defamation lawsuit in Delaware, accusing Owens of fueling a relentless smear campaign, profiting from conspiracy-laden content, ignoring multiple retraction requests, and deliberately spreading falsehoods for notoriety. A legal escalation that reveals how online commentary can swiftly cross into real-world consequences and potentially redefine limits of free speech in digital culture. Unpacking the timeline. This began in March 2024 when Owens publicly stated she would stake her entire professional reputation on the claim, rolling it out via her 8-episode podcast and branded merchandise. Despite credible evidence including official birth records confirming Brigitte's identity and previous French courts debunking the claims, yet Owens doubled down, releasing clips, teasers, and provocative headlines that reverberated through right-wing media, conspiracy forums, X threads, and YouTube hotspots, triggering polarized reactions, some defensive of her right to question public figures, others condemning the tactic as irresponsible, deceptive clickbait. With reactions coming from major outlets like Politico, Washington Post, People, Axios, and Foot noting the Macron lawsuit itself as a landmark case of a U.S. libel action by foreign dignitaries against American content creators, it's now clear this controversy reflects a collision of global politics, content monetization strategies, and the enduring tension between sensationalism and public accountability. Add to this another layer. Owens frames the lawsuit as a First Amendment defense, her team arguing that the Macrons are attempting to muzzle an independent journalist, and that Delaware, a jurisdiction where her companies operate, is the right venue for her to vigorously defend her reporting, especially since she points to France's own appellate rulings overturning similar libel verdicts against earlier conspiracy theorists, reinforcing her claim she was vindicated in legal precedent. Meanwhile, media critics are questioning whether political influencers should face more stringent fact-checking obligations, noting this case underscores how rapidly evolving digital platforms can amplify fringe narratives into mainstream controversy, often at the expense of reputations, international relationships, and public trust. In addition, culture war debates are intensifying, with supporters applauding her fearless critique of European elites, while critics accuse her of stoking transphobic, xenophobic, or anti-establishment sentiment under the guise of investigative commentary, raising questions about what limits exist when commentary becomes sensationalism. Add still further cultural context. The Macron lawsuit arrives amid mounting concerns over foreign interference, digital misinformation, and the boundaries of protected speech in U.S. law. Delaware's defamation statutes require proof of actual malice by a public figure, a high bar, and whichever way the court rules, it could shape future litigation involving influencers, truth claims, and international politics. As we digest the facts, we must also consider how audience dynamics on YouTube incentivize inflammatory content, how algorithms reward outrage, and how celebrities who thrive on controversy today face escalating scrutiny and legal risk. So what are the key takeaways? First, historical records contradict Owens' assertion. Brigitte Macron's official birth name and records are well documented. Second, U.S. legal experts emphasize this case could clarify how far U.S.-based creators can go before crossing the line from opinion or investigation into legally actionable defamation. And third, regardless of the court's outcome, the broader lesson here is that digital-era storytellers wield real influence with global repercussions, a dynamic power shift that demands renewed responsibility. Now, for viewers, weigh in. Do you think public figures, even in Europe, should be able to sue US creators for false claims? Should there be more oversight for viral documentary content that makes sensational assertions without evidence? And do we accept this as part of free speech, or call for new norms? Let me know in the comments, and please like this video, share it to spark further conversation, and subscribe for ongoing updates as this story unfolds. Because this moment isn't just about one influencer or one lawsuit, it reflects a critical flashpoint at the intersection of global politics, digital media, and the struggle to define truth in the age of virality.